You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
So we're now joined with Phil Runster here at BRFM. We're down at the SHEPPEY Darts Classic. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself as a darts player?
Well, I've been around Kent for quite a few years. Yeah. Never won anything major, but won a lot of local things, and played for the county for 12 years, so a little bit of experience.
And you've come to the Darts Classic over the years, I know.
I have done for about the last 5 or 6 years, yes.
And how have you done over those years?
I think 2 years I've made the quarterfinals, but that is as far as I've got.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Were you in the pairs yesterday?
I was in the pairs yesterday with probably the best dart player ever to come out of Kent, right, which was Mr. Whitcomb.
Yeah.
Sadly, we didn't do very well, unfortunately. But it's just me and Dave playing together.
Are they your set of darts then?
They are my set of darts, yes.
I can't remember now, though I've interviewed you before. Are they the pair you use each year?
They're the same. They are the same set of darts I use year in and year out, and have done for about 9 years now.
So they last a fair old time.
Darts last a fair old time. You get used to a set of darts and you stick with the darts through your good and your bad.
Always good to hear from you.
Thank you very much.
Fine. Right, so we're joined with Dan Martin now here at BRFM. We're down at the SHEPPEY Darts Classic. Now I understand you're a darts player in Ashford. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, well, I started playing Super League about 5 or 6 years ago. I'm really enjoying my darts at the moment, to be fair, so yeah. How
did you get started into darts then?
Just my dad, really. My dad started playing in a work tournament, and I just carried it on from there, and luckily gone from strength to strength. So
where else do you play? Is it all around the country? Or?
I'm playing Sussex at the moment on a Wednesday night, but Ashford Super League as well, and with Teresa here, and yeah, like I said, just enjoying my darts. And
what does being in the Super League sort of involve in Ashford then?
Long nights and early mornings. No, it's a long night. I mean, this week was down in New Haven, which from Ashford is about a 2-hour drive, so it's late nights and early mornings. But obviously, it gets you into the county squads, and yeah, it's enjoyable. But
yeah, is this your first year here?
No.
So have you done over the years?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I played Wayne Mardell. Right. Obviously, he was world number 8, I think it was 3. Well, number 3, I'd just been told. Yeah, well, number 3 at the time, and beat him 4-3, and lost in the semis to Andy Bolton. Yeah. But I've just played one game here now. Won my first game 4-1, so I'm happy. Well. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Thanks for telling us all about how you're doing.
Superb, thank you.
So we're now joined with Dave Griffin here at the SHEPPEY Darts Classic. Now, you've come along as you've worked with Tony. You sort of promote events a bit like Tony does with the Darts Classic. I was wondering if you could tell our listeners a bit more about that.
Yes, we promote, as you've just said, events all around England and in fact abroad as well. But our main ones in England are at Eastbourne, which is a very big event. The end of January, but we are also promoting an event in Margate on the bank holiday Sunday, the 26th of August, which is an open event with the qualifier. We'll go through the winner, will qualify to play in an Untouchables event, which will have James Wade, Raymond van Barneveld, Simon Whitlock. It will have 6 of the world's leading players plus the winner of the Margate Open, and it will also include the winner of the Courage Best qualifying final, which will also be played at Margate. That is an event that is being played in all Courage Best public houses and licensed premises, and the winners of each of those events will play for a final place at Margate.
So you've kind of come along today to make the local players here aware of that? Absolutely,
and the fact that they can play, not only can they qualify through their local clubs, but they can also turn up on the day and try and qualify to play in an Untouchables. It's classed as an Untouchables event. The top players will be there, and that will take place in early January 2013 at the Winter Gardens.
So what other darts events have you worked with Tony on?
Tony helps me out an awful lot at our Eastbourne event, which has been going for 27 years, although I've only actually been organising it for the last 4. But Tony turns up and he is a great help, great assistance, supplying a lot of our dartboard stands, because at Eastbourne we have 48 dartboard stands, players playing on all the boards all the time. So it's quite a big event, and we normally get about 700 people turn up to it, and it's from Friday evening all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
So if local darts players would like to find out more about that, is there a sort of website where they can find out more?
There is indeed. They can go on to my company website, which is www.wizardsportsevents.com, and all the events are listed there with the entry forms.
Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Right, we're out at the Sheppey Darts Classic. It's day 2 now, and Jerry, we spoke to you at the beginning of yesterday. How did you get on throughout yesterday?
I'd rather not say. It was an absolute nightmare.
Right.
2-0 up, lost 3-2. The downside of it was my original doubles partner couldn't make it for whatever reason.
Right.
So I ended up with what we call it might as well be a blind pair, because you don't know each other's darts.
Yeah.
So it turned out a bit of a nightmare, unfortunately.
So it's a job to get used to how each other play.
Yeah, well, when you play doubles, 9 times out of 10, everyone that's out there in a doubles competition knows their double partner, because they play in the same team, so they know each other's darts. You know, and it is difficult when you're playing with someone that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know them as a friend, but you don't know what their darts are like. They don't know what yours are like.
So you're hoping to do a lot better today in the singles?
The singles this year, I'm hoping to improve a bit better than last year. Fortunately enough, I got the last 16 last year.
Yeah.
I'd like to get down to at least the last 8. I'd even be up with the last 16 again this year. You know, but if I can improve on that, you know, it'd be an absolute bonus for me.
Jerry, it's good to have an update for our listeners on how you did yesterday.
Yeah, thanks very much, Daniel.
So we are out and about here at BRFM. We're down at the Sheppey Darts Classic in Laysdown, and we're joined with Martin now. You're a local darts player. Where do you come from locally?
I come from Faversham.
Are you part of a team or a club?
Yeah, I play in my local league on a Thursday night. I also play in the Sittingbourne League on a Wednesday night, and I go to Kent Dart Academy on a Saturday.
So quite busy darts-wise then?
Yeah, about 3 times a week, yeah.
Where else do you play other than the Darts Classic?
I go to all the opens going if I can get to them.
Right. So countrywide then?
Yeah.
So we're on day 2 now of the Sheppey Darts Classic. We're joined with Tony Cox. Tony, how are things going?
Well, we had an excellent day yesterday. The place has been packed all day. Everyone's really happy. Had some bit of a fun as well, where we have walk-on girls, took our lads and everything up onto stage. But when our ladies come on for their finals, we had a couple of guys took the sashes off of our walk-on girls, took their tops off, and they walked the girls on stage. So it was a real bit of fun, and everybody enjoyed it. The youth, we had a great final with George Killington and David Day. David Day won 3-0, but he had an average of 23.12 per dart against George's 19.73. Pretty good, excellent average, and over 5 legs, so well done, David. The ladies singles, that was between Casey Gallagher and Marlene Badger from Sittingbourne. Casey won that 4-2 on stage, so that was a really good final too. Both girls very, very close, with an 18.94 for Casey, and Marlene had an 18.89, so that was a very, very close game. The pairs, the main event of yesterday, that finished up. Clive Barden and Steve Douglas beat in that Lewis McGurn and Paul Amos. They beat them 3-2, but the averages were fantastic, and with 28.71 to Clive Barden and Steve Douglas, and Lewis McGurn and Paul Amos had a single dart average of 26.62. there was also 3 maximum 180 scored during that match as well. So there were very, very close games. We didn't finish till about 8 o'clock, but the hall was still packed, and that was very good.
I was going to say, Tony, it's always a great atmosphere, and I was having a little look back, and I think this must be about the 6th Classic I've covered, and it's always been a great time here.
It has been, and people are very interested, and they love to see BRFM here. I think you are the only station that covers any local competition such as this, and without outside broadcast it brings so much interest. And of course they can go online and listen to the interviews at a later date, so where they can't hear themselves on the radio here, they can go online when they get home, and they can go back to it and they can listen to all of it then, which I always do.
Thanks, Tony, and I say thanks as always for making us feel very, very welcome, and of course giving me the opportunity to speak to the darts players and cover the event each year.
Thanks very much, Daniel, and thanks to BRFM.